If you're an Xbox fan, I finally have some really good news for you guys, and it does seem like Microsoft is trying to do their best to, help out the fans as much as possible, and to kind of make sure that the gamers have some things to play and some reasons to be amped up for the platform. Obviously, with us not really understanding exactly what's coming and going in terms of exclusive content, Microsoft has been very kind of nonchalant with the way that they interact with the fans about this stuff. So, a lot of us are just kind of left in the dark, just kind of questioning, hey, what's going to happen in the future with this stuff? Like, none of us really knows. So that's the thing. And I think that's probably the thing that realistically most of us are worried about. Like, they've kind of really done a bad job of making sure that we feel respected as gamers and as console gamers. If we make an investment in a hardware, that investment needs to feel like it's paid off, and I feel like for many of us it hasn't. Listen, if it has for you, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's a console, it plays games. I get it. I just want to say that I feel like at the same time, it's not something that has paid off for me, particularly when it comes to like the exclusive content and stuff like that. But this is good news, and it looks like they are fixing at least one of these problems anyway that's been happening. So I'm glad you guys are here. Stick around. It should be a fun video. What's up, everybody? Crap Gamer here with Crap Gamer Reviews, back with yet another fun video. Please slap that like button and, maybe consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. I do daily gaming content. So this was a big issue that I talked about in a video before. It looks like Microsoft is trying to right some of the wrongs here. I hope they can get it done because, we need platforms that offer, kind of everything, So, Capcom confirms that Xbox versions of Marvel vs. Capcom and Capcom Fighting Game Collection 2 are actually on the way. After notoriously exclusively skipping Xbox, Capcom's retro fighting game ports are now in the docket for Microsoft's troubled system. So again, we kept seeing these things, it's like Final Fantasy, this, that, the other thing, these Capcom collections. All this stuff skipping Xbox, it doesn't lead people to trust in the system and believe in the system and think that it has like a long-term valuation. So again, over the past few months, Capcom has announced a range of ports for their classic game collections for modern systems. However, Xbox One and Series X and S consoles were skipped over these games. Capcom instead launched them on PS4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, and Steam for Windows PCs. Now, however, Microsoft and Capcom have worked out a path forward, allowing for Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collections Arcade Classics and Capcom Fighting Collection 2 to join the Xbox party in 2025. The news is a welcome gesture as Xbox continues to grapple with concerns that games are arbitrarily skipping the platform. Black Myth Wukong, just to name one, this more recent, and then there was the other one that kind of was, I guess, they kind of fixed that issue or whatever. So, we'll see if that's something that actually does stop that from happening in the future. Like, I don't really know. But, again, Microsoft has kind of responded to that or whatever. But that Lost Song game was also one that was going to have to potentially skip Xbox and then ended up not doing so. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Like I said, nothing surprises me at this particular point. So we had the news about the game skipping Xbox, and today we have news that several that were previously skipping Xbox are no longer skipping Xbox. Xbox fighting game fans, as Microsoft and Capcom have worked out a path forward for Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics and Fighting Collection 2. Announced over the summer, Capcom revealed that many of its old school classics are being revived for modern system. Both collections are being enhanced with a ton of upgrade, including art galleries, design documentation, quality of life features like one-button special moves and instant character unlocks, and much more. The games will also feature rollback netcode, which is an anti-latency technique commonly used by modern fighting games, on top of both ranked and casual competitive modes online. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 incorporates 8 classic games. Capcom vs. SNK Millennial Fight 2000 Pro, Capcom vs. SNK 2 Mark of the Millennium 2001, Capcom Fighting Evolution Capcom Fighting Alpha 3 Upper, Project Justice, Power Stone, Power Stone 2, Plasma Sword, Nightmare of Bilstein. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection arcade classics include, and this is the one I'm mostly interested in, X-Men Children of Atom, Marvel Superheroes X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 New Ages of Heroes, and The Punisher. So the news will hopefully be well received by fighting game fans on Xbox, given that these collections were due to completely skip over Xbox consoles. It came as a particular slap in the face, given that some of these games were available on the original Xbox in the early 2000s, coupled with Microsoft's previous efforts to support game preservation with its now defunct backwards compatibility program. So, again, it's very interesting to see how things have kind of evolved with this. We'll have to see if Microsoft can continue to get things to work out. Xbox fans and customers have been concerned about Microsoft's commitment to the platform in recent months. While we're getting Capcom classic fighting games, we're still missing ports of classic Capcom titles hitting other platforms, including Mega Man Battle Network Collection, Monster Hunter Stories, and The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Microsoft revealed Indiana Jones and The Great Circle for PS5 at Gamescom as a one more thing hype-up moment, undermining the game itself. Xbox Game Pass and the entire Xbox platform in the process, and Microsoft has also been telling the public no console needed as part of its marketing beats for Xbox Game Pass on Amazon, Fire TV, and aims to reduce Xbox's count of exclusive titles with deeper support for PlayStation 5. So just the other day we had some whiplash in there. We wrote that they actually wrote up that the JRPG Atelier is actually coming to Xbox for the first time, and they wrote up the long absent Genshin Impact is hitting Xbox as well just a couple of weeks ago. The last song announced that its Xbox version was basically canceled, but now that's been fixed, though they fixed that with the communication issues and stuff. Black Myth Wukong slipping through Xbox's fingers into a rumored exclusivity deal with PlayStation. Meanwhile, Square Enix has pledged deeper support for Xbox thanks to Final Fantasy XIV. So it's a non-stop roller coaster right now for Xbox fans. Microsoft's non-stop strategy changes, mixed messaging, and patchy third-party support are undermining the platform at large and creating anxiety for the console's long-term future. Microsoft claims it's working on a next-gen Xbox console that will support the greatest technological leap ever for the platform, but when the messaging has been so inconsistent, it's hard to take anything Microsoft says on faith. In any case, hopefully Microsoft has learned some lessons from the situation with Capcom fighting game collections, although increasingly it seems things like this are just not a priority for Microsoft anymore. So again, it does seem like they make a step forward or so, and then, things will come up and it'll be a couple steps back. And, for me, I think, hey, it's cool that they got this taken care of, that we're going to be able to play this game or these games, but there's still a lot that's kind of skipping the platform, and I hope that those things get fixed because I own the platform, and I hope that, things can actually kind of work out for the fans, there's long-suffering fans, and I'm honestly one of them, we all thought that we would get this big kind of gotcha moment, and we never got it as Xbox fans, which is extremely unfortunate because, we've suffered for a very, very long time, and it just feels like, like the company doesn't care about us anymore as fans, and that's, an unfortunate place to kind of be as a fan. I want to see Microsoft, do things for the fans and do things that get people amped up and excited, and it just really does not feel like they care about us as gamers anymore. And so, when I do a video and it's like, negative or whatever, it's not because I'm hating on Xbox. I want Xbox to do well. I think that's the part that people miss out on. I'm not some like super PlayStation fanboy that's like, oh man, honestly, I'm an Xbox fan that wants to see Xbox, succeed and have the things that it needs to do that, and I'm not sure Microsoft gets that yet, or maybe they get it and they just don't care. I don't really know, but I hope that they can kind of get things going in the right direction. It does seem like, maybe this might be the kick in the pants that they need. Who knows, but at some point you have to give the fans what they want, And so far, they haven't been able to do that, in my humble opinion. You guys might feel differently, but this is a step in the right direction as far as I'm concerned. Thank you for watching. Rack 'em up. Prep Gamer out.